Batman, 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 Batman. He's the best superhero in the world. He is Batman. Hi. This is a bit awkward. I was just yeah. Hi. Welcome back to another episode. My name is Scouse and this is another episode in my Avotopia series. So today we're going to be doing something I've not done on this series before, and that is go and visit a friend's base and have a look around his build and see what kind of fun stuff he's been up to. Okay, so let's get to it. Right, this is my portal, by the way. I don't know if I've shown my portal before, but this is my nether portal. Bit of lava there. So let's get in here and go and see my birdie. So here we are at the base of Mikewm. Now Mikewm is a player on Avotopia, obviously, and this is a base I've actually had a little bit of a tour of previously, so I've seen little bits but I've not seen the whole thing. Now this sign here, please do not enter buildings or open chests. I have got permission from Mike to enter the buildings, and the only chests I will open are ones maybe at his farms, just to show the kind of output he's getting there, but I won't go into any personal chests because that would just be rude. Now as we first come through here, we've got some piggies and some sheepies and some crops over here. Now this building here, built out of acacia, because obviously there's lots of those trees here, is the first house Mike built, I believe, on Avotopia, if I remember that correct. Mike, if that's wrong, your fault, you didn't explain yourself properly. No, joking, all my fault if I've got that wrong. So this is just a basic house with everything that you would need in a starter house. A double bed, don't know who he's been sharing that with. Cheeky. Now let's have a look downstairs here. I've not been down here before, and from the looks of it, Mike's been making himself a little bit of moonshine. Lots of nether water down here. Now I believe, let's have a look, I've got a feeling, let's have a peep, because this looks like a long tunnel. I think that's just going to lead into the main house, so I don't want to go that way. Let's just go. What's in here? Just his mines, not really to see there. I want to show the house from above and stuff, just so you get an actual proper view of it. So, hello horsey. Hello. Silver. Hi ho Silver. Yeehaw. A lot of the old bamboo aruski. Visitors will take one stack. Very kind. Follow the path to the AFK string farm. Now I have seen the string farm before, and it's much better than my own. So I'm thinking of actually changing mine to be similar to Mike's, and you'll see how cool his is now. So Mike, firstly, he's got a bubble elevator coming up and a bubble elevator going down. So let's have a look. Face this direction to exit at the bottom. So let's go down here. Now it is very deep. I think it must be almost at bedrock, but I'm not sure. I can't press F3 on when we're recording on the server, so we'll just assume that it's low down. Now the rules: no breaking of any blocks. Enjoy. Any string in the chest is yours to take. So if you're given permission to AFK here, the string is good to go with yours. Now this is set up for you to AFK stood at this window, and obviously there's the spider spawner there. When the spiders spawn, they're going to drop down and they're going to fall into that water, and the water will feed them along onto those magma blocks, like you'll see happen to these guys. They will drop this string and this spider's eyes, which will be picked up by a hopper minecart and will be dropped off like so in this chest. And I think this is a really cool way of doing this spider farm, and like I say, it's much better than mine. There are some lights there to disable it, but I can't see a switch anywhere for it over this side, but there is a little stairway there. I don't know where that comes from. If it seems obvious to get to, we'll maybe give it a little peep, but if not, we'll leave it be, because I don't want to go rooting around too much. So let's use the bubble elevator and back to the surface. As you can see, Mike is on the ocean here, so a couple of little islands dotted around and more kelp than he will ever need in his entire life. And one of the things I like about Mike's base, if we just take a minute here, is the colours. I love the way all the buildings are colour coded. You know, they all have a very similar palette and they all fit in really nicely to the environment, even down to the red glass over here on the spider farm. And I've just walked into the water, so now my shoes are going to be squelchy for the rest of this walk around. So let's go and have a look at something else over here. The next build I want to show you is this big mushroom looking thing, this big air traffic control tower. And what this is Mike's XP farm, it is mob farm, and this can be used for gathering XP, for mending your tools if you've got mending on them, or if you need to build up your levels for enchanting and that kind of thing. And you'll also get some goodies from the mobs that will spawn in here. Now you can see, you'll see here, entry only when accompanied by Mike or PWM. Anytime entry granted to Jeff and the man, the legend, the living god, Scouse Mouse Ian. Me. So I can go in. Let's go in and shut the door. Wasn't born in a barn, and as you can see, there's a nice big tall tower. And you'll notice at the top there, the lights are on, and that means no mobs can spawn up there. So when the lights are on, that also means the water is flowing, so not on all spawn. And the way this will work is if I hit this button here, you'll notice a redstone signal will be going up on those redstone torches and the lights will go off. Now when the lights are off, that means mobs can spawn up there. The conditions up there are perfect for mobs to spawn. So you would leave it for, I don't know, you could leave it for half an hour or so, maybe an hour, and then just sit here AFK while you make a cup of tea, eat a Domino's, you know, do what you want to do. And then when you come back, you press this button and it will flick the lights back on once the signal gets up there, bink, and it also enables the water up there. And what that will do is flush any mobs that have spawned into this chamber, and they will fall to their doom on this platform here. And as an extra measure, Mike has this dispenser here with a switch, which if I double tap that, it will produce some water, and that will soften the fall for any mobs that drop. So if you want to kill them manually and you want to whack them with your sword, then enable the water. They will fall into the water, won't take any hit damage, and then when you're happy they're all there, disable the water. They'll then drop down a sensible height without taking too much damage, and you can come in and give them the good news with your sword. Okay, so that is his mob spawn, and I think this is a really good mob spawn, and it's not something at the moment that I've built at my base, but it is something that I'm considering doing. I don't know if my design would be as cool as this, but it is something that you may see at Scouse Mouse Ranch soon. So let's see what else we've got. I want to save the house till last because it's a bit of a maze, and I think it'll be quite fun for us to try and figure our way around. What have we got here? You may look around. Yeah, we know what we're doing here. Now this, I believe, is his iron farm. As you can see, it's huge, and he's got I love map walls. They're really cool. So as you can see, his base is quite huge. You know, he's got a few buildings dotted around here and there, but his main base is really large, and I love the way that he's done a lot of it out onto the water there. So let's not press that button. Let's go and have a look inside. Love it. Piston doors, love them. Oh, pussycat. So item storage. Place items to be sorted in the barrel. Oh, okay. And yet again, I've fallen in the water. We have some lava in there. Ah, fishy. Fishy, fishy. So let's see what he's got. He's got all his different glasses, rotten flesh, gunpowder, arrows, bones. Bit of everything really. Different ores. I'm not going to look in these because these are his private storage. So we'll just peep at what is here. Rockets, wool. Honestly. Now, did we have, okay, so there is an iron golem in there at the moment, and he's going to be turned into some nice iron. So his storage system is quite cool. I like it, and a lot of work must have gone into doing this with this many chests, because they're not tricky to build, but they are very time consuming, and the way he's done it around his iron farm I think is really clever. And I love, again, the palette he's gone for in here. Oh, well, both messed it up. Okay, so let's have a look to the tunnel, cave and mine. Ooh. You know what, I've never seen two bubble lifts directly next to each other like this. That is really cool. So let's see what's down here. I've not been down here before. Well, it's a bit dark and a bit creepy. So we've gone all the way down to climb all the way up. Okay. Let's just, let me just go, is this just the one I've just come up? It is. Okay. So let's just have a peep through here. I think we're in the staff only area now. And some lifts are sorta. Okay, so he's got a little lift going up. All these barrels here. Iron farm platform. That's what we want to be seeing. We want to be seeing the good stuff. Now, see what if I just come down a little bit. See what I'm saying about the item sorters? They're not difficult to build, but they're very time consuming, and they do take a lot of resources with all the comparators and stuff, especially to have one the size of Mike's. So that, you know, I'm really impressed with that, and a lot of work has gone into that, especially to make it look as good as it does. Now, can we get on here without dying? Possibly not. Okay, maybe I wasn't at the top, that would explain it. So he's got a 4-station one here, hasn't he? Okay, so he's got, let's see if I can get in the water without, will I be able to get out again? Oh, didn't think this through, did I? Right. Yeah, we'll get out, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. So, we've got villages in these spaces here. Okay. That is cool, I like that. Just a baby villager, baby zombie. What is it? Or is it just down? Might just be down a block, in fact. Oh, there they go. So they have the zombies there, and the zombie is going to frighten all these villagers, and they will produce the iron golems, which then get flushed down that gap. And again, yeah, they're just down a level, aren't they? So I like this, the way he's got the 4. That is a really nice touch, because that there must be some amazing amount of iron produced by this. That's incredible. Much better than mine. So, whew, we're out. I was kind of scared I'd have to break it to get out there. I was a bit worried when I'd gone in there. And that's amazing. And I think this iron farm it's amazing, especially from the outside. Let's get back to the outside of the building and just have a look at it from that perspective. Because I don't know if you if you look at my iron farm, for example, on I think it was on Avotopia season 1, it was an eyesore. It's very functional, but it's not the best looking thing in the world. But look at this. This is absolutely stunning. It's a work of art, and it's so well enclosed in this building. And I love this door. And I will talk to Mike about maybe changing that door, because I think one of the hidden doors that I put in my tutorial video would look super sweet here. I think that's something that he could maybe look at. Now, he looks like he's got a couple of farms over here, so let's have a little peep. Villager breeder. Okay, close these, we don't want anyone escaping. So he's got he's doing it with carrots, yeah, the good old fashioned way. Okay, so where is he just keeping them? It doesn't look like his flush away anywhere. Or is there any gaps for the little people to fall into? No, they're fine. Yeah, so these villagers are just gonna get all the carrots and stuff and make their little villages. That's cool. That's cool. At least I don't think I've missed anything there where it flushes them away or collects them anywhere. They must just grow up in here and then he can transport them as necessary when he needs them. He's also got some extra carrots growing right the way around here. That is a lot of carrots. A lot of carrots. Right, so let's see what was out this side. Right, it would appear Mike knows Halloween is just around the corner, because that is a lot of pumpkins. So hopefully he's going to get them all carved out and make lots of jack-o'-lanterns ready to decorate the place next week for Halloween. Okay, I'm guessing this is a little cow farm. Have we got any? Yeah, you know what, he's got some wheat in here. He did tell me I can feed them. Hello, ladies. Hello, lady. I always call them ladies, but that's not quite how this works, is it? We'd need more than ladies, otherwise it just wouldn't happen. Hello, ladies and gents. Hello, ladies and gents. So there we go. Come on. So I had 12 wheat there, so in theory there'd be 6 little ones there. So from the I see the way this is working. The cows are stood on gates by the looks of it, or fence posts. Gates. Yeah, they're stood on gates, so the little people should fall straight through into a collection system. So that's really good. I love all the automatic farms like this where you just don't need to do something. I can't see at the moment whether it automatically cooks them or whatnot, but we'll have a look once we get inside the house. Which again, look how beautiful it is. All the red glass, iron blocks, obviously, because he's got an amazing iron farm there, producing lots of iron for him. So let's have a look into, what do we have here? Let's just have a look. Is this the cow thing? It is. Okay, I see what's happening here. So when the little cows fall through the gates, they are gonna be brought down here in the water, and then when they grow up, they'll be in the campfires here, so which will cook them. That is an absolutely amazing addition, and it's not something I've ever seen. If you've seen my cow farm tutorial, I just have blocks there and they suffocate in the blocks and you're left with raw beef and leather. But this way you're going to end up with cooked, you know, with your steak, and that's really good. That's not something I've seen before in this design. So what's he got around here? A cupboard. We'll call this a cupboard for future use. That is, I'm really impressed with that. What have we got around here? Just another channel for them to go. Now let's go back up to the surface and stick with what we... Oh, what's that? See, I just keep getting sidetracked. There's just so much. Please keep out his cave. Yeah, we won't go into his cave. What we will do is go into his house though. Must be accompanied. I've got permission. So we'll go and have a look. So I just absolutely love the look of this house. So he's got his squid there in these pools, and I love all the glass tunnels that he has underneath the water. Tunnel, no entry. Okay. And that was his house. How amazing was that? You know, so much in there. And only joking. Let's have a look. Do they all go up the same? Trading hall, wool farm. Let's go see the wool farm first, eh? Because I love these wool farms. So let's have a look. That's going to be our way out. So standard wool farm setup really. He's got his sheep in there, the dispensers set up, and the dispensers will be loaded with the shears. So as soon as the sheep eat the grass they're stood on, they will be sheared instantly. And he's got 2 blocks available for each of the sheep to eat by the looks of it, and that's really good. I only have 1 on mine. He's got a collection system here of the nice. He's got a collection system with a hopper minecart running underneath them, and he's got his, obviously he's collecting each colour here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, he's got a good selection there. So we can obviously turn the collection system on or off here, but that's not something that we need to do. Okay, he's got some more colours right back here. That's fab. That's fab. It's a really good design, and I love the way he's incorporated everything into this one big house building. Really nice touch. Will be interesting to see what the size is, because I love you know, chunk bases, just 1 chunk bases. I think they're really cool. So let's just have a look. So I've just had a quick look, and this base is actually just over 1 chunk. If it wasn't for the wingy bits at the side, then it'd be just over the 1 chunk. So, but either way, it's a brilliant use of the space. So we've seen the wool farm. Let's go and have a look at his trading hall. So he's got all his villages here, and let's see what these guys are offering. Protection 3. It's always amazing. Just the farmers are great for just getting your emeralds, aren't they? Depth strider. Oh, he's got good. Oh, he's not talking to me, sorry. Neither is he. What are you offering? Law 3, that's always a useful one when you're fishing. Now you'll notice these guys have got levers by them. Now I don't know if he's reloaded this. There used to be a zombie that lived down below them here. And when you used to pull the switch, let's do it on an empty one here, it will drop your villager down. In fact, where's Mr. Zombie? Where did he live? When you used to drop them down, it exposed them to the zombie, and then you would end up with a zombie villager, and then you'd cure the zombie villager, turn him back into a normal villager, and then the trade you'll get out of these guys would be so much better. You know, that it's actually a really good feature. I'm not sure now, thinking about it, if that channel is to help get them into place. I'll have to confirm that with them. So let's head back down. Let's have a look. Let's go into the roof. What's the wolf? Let's go up to the roof. Let's see what's. I don't think I've been up here. Oh, okay. That is not what I had in mind. So let's give this another go, shall we? Right, don't fall down there. So we've got an absolutely massive bamboo farm. Now, I've seen farms like this before, and if I remember correctly, is this similar to Mumbo Jumbo's design, where it's a flying machine that will shoot across and harvest all of the bamboo in there for you? And he's got round the edges here some sugar cane. What's he got here? Sugar cane. And these are just standard sugar cane farms. So when the sugar cane reaches as high as the observer, the observer is going to harvest it for you, and he's got them on each block, so he'll get lots of sugar cane for that. He won't have to wait for certain ones to grow. So let's just see if I can, because I'm no expert on these, but I've got a feeling it is it the flying machine one, or is it just, you know what, shall we? There you go. So the flying machine goes across and harvests an absolutely insane amount of bamboo, all in one go. That is fantastic. I absolutely love that. And he's got a rail system underneath to collect it all. That is amazing. I want to kind of just do it again, just because it's so cool to watch it fly across. I really need to look up how these things work, because they're amazing. I've seen them in so many videos, but I've never once built one. And he has got it as well, if we look up top there, that if the bamboo does reach that area, I'm guessing it enables it automatically, because I can't see any pistons there. So when it reaches that height, it must automatically turn the flying machine on there to harvest it. So that is amazing. I love that. And we can see our sheep here. We've got some sheepies. So let's head back down to the ground floor. Now there's some things I seen. Let's just venture back in here, because there's areas here I've been to before, but I cannot now remember how to get to them. I know. Is it in? Let's go this way and hope that it is. So I think, yeah, it is. So this, we're now in the underwater section of Mike's base, which, as you can see, is a lot of glass. Must have been an incredible amount of work to get done. Now this is his AFK fish farm. I haven't got a, has he got a rod around? Does he keep one in the chest? No. With this AFK fish farm, I recognise this one. This is designed by Frillioth. I think it's Frillioth's version 4 AFK fish farm. So you would stand here and you would aim at the armour stand there. And the reason for the glass above, and the reason we could see it, is that these fish farms, you get much better stuff when the water block can see the sky. So that's why that is here. Now, if I follow this along, there's something I wanted to show you, if I can remember where it is. Let's see. Right. Iron farm. Right, so the lava is just above us there, and then they will fall down here. Now, if I follow this round, I think this is the right way. String, bone, he's got more storage. It's not where I was hoping to be. So this is more storage. Nope. Is it in? Yeah, I think this is it. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. So this is where Mike's... Oh, I've picked up loads of bamboo there. Sorry. I'll put that back before I leave. Now, this is the item sorter that works through Mike's iron farm. So what's going to happen is the items are going to come down through the hoppers that you can see there in the center of your screen, and they're going to go into that barrel. Now, this item sorter here is going to separate the iron from the flowers, I think they're poppies or roses that come from the iron golems, and then it's going to feed them down into this composter, and the composter will then create masses and masses of bone meal. Now, this idea is something that I took away last time I was here, because I really love this idea. and it's a good way, because when you have an iron farm you end up with these chests with a mixture of the flowers and the iron, and it can be a bit of a pain in the butt to sort through and you know, separate. So having this item sorter is a really good idea. So what's going to happen is the flowers are going to flow down, but the iron is going to flow across through all these hoppers. It's then going to come up through the item elevator and into the storage barrels. Let's see, yeah, into a storage barrels there. And it's a really good use of an iron farm and item sorters, just to separate those two items, because like I say, it can be a total pain in the butt. Now let's get back to the surface, and I'm gonna head for home, I think. So we'll just go in, go out the way that we came in, which was up. Now I think this cave here takes us to the house. Should we go that way? Yeah, let's go this way. I've got a feeling this takes us to the house. I think this is the tunnel that we seen earlier on when we were looking at the little house. But it's on a prairie. So yes, where he does his moon shining. So let's come out here, and we're back. Ow! No need for that. I hope he's got insurance. So this was the base of Mikewm, and big thanks to Mike for letting me have a look around and make this video. I really appreciate it, buddy. I hope you liked the video that I've made, and everyone else, I hope you've liked it too. Please like and subscribe, and I will be back with another video soon. Please leave your comments below. I always love reading your comments, and I will be back again soon. Scouse Mouse out.